Randon, have you ever been shot or tased? I've always wondered. I've never been shot. I've never been shot. I have been tased, but not with like a police grade taser, like a personal defense, you know, the little ones, just on a dare. That's it. The shitty little ones, you know? It didn't incapacitate me, it just made me angry. Youch. My little brother Jimmy had a dumbass friend when we were kids, right? This is the story. Are you guys ready? My little brother Jimmy had a dumbass best friend. We'll call him Dan. And Dan one day came out and he's like, I swiped this from my mom, right? And it was like a personal defense taser, but it's like a shitty one that you buy, right? Like a really like crappy one. He swiped it and we were like looking at it, and you turn it on and it makes like a noise, and it's like, oh, it's kind of scary, right? And then Dan was like, I want to try it on someone, but like it's not okay, right? And me, being the dumbass that I was like, I'll do it for 10 bucks. If you give me $10, you can hit me with that bad boy and you could test it out. And Dan was like, I don't have $10, right? And I was like, well, then just get $10 and then we'll talk. So we ended the day, and then he came back. We all lived on the same cul-de-sac, kind of. He lived like one cul-de-sac away. He came back and he was like, Randy, here's your $10. And I was like, okay. And this is gonna make me sound like a bad person, okay? I took the $10 and my brother was there too. Jimmy was there too. And Dan was like kind of scared at this point, right? And then he tased me on my tum-tums. You know, he looked a little nervous and then he tased me on the tum-tums, and that shit hurts. It does. Like, it's basically zapping you with electricity, and it hurts a lot. And it actually left a mark on my tum-tums, right? Just as a freaking reaction. Just as like a knee-jerk reaction, because it does, like, right? I fucking decked him in the face. Like my fist went out and I like punched him like right in the jaw, right? And he went down. And Dan was so fucking mad. He was like, why did you do that? And it's like, I didn't do it on purpose. It's just like, you know. And he's like, I need my $10 back. And I was like, what? Nowhere in this verbal contract did you say you get to tase me and I don't get to punch you back. It just says you get to tase me. I broke no, like, there's no contract break. And he was adamant that it was like understood, because if he wanted to get his ass kicked, he could have just went out and tased anybody and then they would kick his ass, right? He was like, the point of me paying you $10 is so that I could do it safely. And it's like, no. The point of you doing it is to do it and know that like you're not gonna get in trouble, and you're not in trouble. You just got punched in the face. So we were like arguing, right? And then at one point, Dan like raised up his taser again, like he was gonna tase me again for not giving him his $10 back, and I was like, I'll punch you again if you tase me. So we were never friends after that. He was always like, Randon stole $10 from me, and I was all like, motherfucker, tased me. So that's my tasing story. How old were you? I think I was like 11 before the coon brain took hold. I'm pretty sure I was like 11, maybe 10 or 11. I thought this would be like high school or something. No, I was definitely 11. This was like pre-middle school. The coon brain took hold because you got tased. You know what I did with that $10? I bought a fuck ton of sour candy. I remember it was the sweetest and the most sour candy of my life. It was so delicious. Nothing tastes better than hard work, let me tell you. All right, what are we doing with our ill-gotten gains?